Good morning. It is August the 16th. It's Sunday, and I didn't quite make it to church today. I woke up this morning with one of those massive headaches, you know, the ones that where if you turn your head it hurts even worse. So I took some Tylenol and went back to bed. It's probably a good thing. I needed it. So I missed church today, so I'm going to do a little more Bible study and get on with the day. Yesterday, my Sashka came in, and that is one of the bracelets. That is the second one. And here is the third. Now, I had talked about how I've made these many times, and they are very easy to make once you get the beads lined up. But like something like this, the hardest part is lining the beads up, because you have to line them up in the design patterns you want and get them all on the strands, the string that you're going to. Someone had asked me if I would do a video showing how to do it. No. And I'll tell you why. I believe it's Beads West has an absolutely great tutorial on YouTube. I have to go search for it and put a link down below if I can find it. But they show you using pony beads, how to do it. And then there are quite a few other people that have done great tutorials. And I'm not even going to try, because you really need someone to be filming so that they can go in close, come back out, and you really need someone else to do the photography part of that. It's not like you can set the camera up and just go for it. So, but I'll leave some links down below for where I learned how to do it. You know, great things. And I gotta show you something. I had woke up. See that? That's a blister. This was a blister too. But I had actually had an itch, and I reached over and itched and, you know, broke that blister. But I'm like, how the hell do you get a blister on your elbow? Pardon the French. So I'm like, I have no clue how I got that there. But it's a little sore. So I'm trying to, you know, not lean on it, which is hard to do when you're in the recliner and relaxing, you know. But yeah. Now, I'm going to address something here, because I had someone who sent me an email talking about how there are more blacks killed each year by police. And that's just not true. Sorry, folks, it's just not true. Now, a lot of news agencies will use statistics and give you a percentage, like per million. And their percentage for blacks is 31%. But they never talk about any of the other races. So these are actual numbers. Okay? Now I want you to notice, white is listed first, right here. Black is listed second. And then we have, what is it, Hispanics, others, and then unknowns. Now the colored bars are for each year. Like 2020 is the red, the gray is the 2019, the black is the 2018, and blue is the 2017. These are actual numbers of people that are killed by police for the past 4 years. Almost without any difference, there are twice as many whites killed by police as there are black. But because they use statistics and fudge numbers, they would tell you 31% of the black have the highest rate of deaths among all races. Well, they're only counting them as 13% of the race. So you can see where those numbers can get fudged a little. But when you look at actual numbers, you see something totally different. You actually see there is a huge difference. Now, is that a lot of people? Yeah. But I want you to look at these numbers from 2017. They were twice as high 2008, 2009 as what's showing in these bars. For all races. Twice the number there. So policing has changed. They are looking at numbers differently. They are looking at, conditions a little differently. So don't believe the bull that's going around that there are more people killed than there were years ago. No. Now I can go back and I can get those graphs there. And they are twice as high as what those are for 2008, 9, 10. So there are less shootings each year than the previous year. That is a good thing. That means that they are using some different tactics, ways to diffuse the situation. And you can't always diffuse the situation. There's going to be times when you come up to the door, you got a call about, a domestic violence. You come up to the door to discuss it, and someone meets you at the door with the gun shooting. Now, anybody in their right mind is not going to stand there and get shot. They're going to shoot back. So, don't believe the percentages. Percentages are fudge factors. And people use those for statistics all the time. It is completely fudge factoring. You have a fudge number that you use. Like the fact that blacks supposedly are only 16% of the population of the U.S. Now, I think that number is way different. I think it's a lot higher. But, you're going to let them go with the numbers they're going to go with because they're the experts. So, that is one thing that we need to dispel this fact. It just doesn't happen that way. Numbers tell a different story. The actual numbers. Should it be less? I would hope so. But then again, 90% of those deaths were met with violent force. Either a gun, machete, knives, sword, whatever. So, sometimes we just need to change people's hearts. Change their thinking. So, that's all I'm going to say on that. Now I'm going to tell you the story about how we saved a bee last night. A bumblebee. Yesterday when we got groceries, I purchased a shirt. And it's a long sleeve shirt. And when I see those and I see them at decent prices, I will grab shirts when we're at Walmart. Well, it was still in the bag. Husband had taken it upstairs. 11 o'clock at night, I come upstairs and I'm emptying out the bag because in there is also a yard of mermaid fabric that I got to make some children's masks. So I'm taking that out and I take the shirt out, and of course it was one of those flat folded shirts on table, so it has the sticky sticker on it. So I took the sticker off and I was getting ready to fold it up and toss it over into my laundry basket to be washed. And I looked down and I said, "Oh my goodness." My husband goes, "What?" I said, "There's a bee on my shirt." He goes, "You mean like an applique?" I said, "No, a real live bee, a bumblebee." He comes, he looks, and he sees it's, kind of walking along on the shirt. He goes, "Give me that." So he takes the shirt, takes it downstairs, and sets the bumblebee free. And I'm like, how on earth did that get in the bag? He goes, it may have been on the shirt when you got it at Walmart. And I'm like, really? Walmart's selling bumblebees with their shirts? And then I giggled. I said, maybe April sent one of her minions. You know, April of Be Wild by April Lee. So we had a good laugh about it, but we saved a bumblebee. Now, I don't know if the bumblebee was really out of its element. You know, maybe it got in there when we were walking into the house. Who knows? But still, it was just surprising to see a bumblebee on a shirt, and I kept thinking, oh, that poor bumblebee was in that bag, you know, from 2 o'clock on. But anyway, the bumblebee is free now to roam. Hopefully he'll find a new hive, you know, or find his old hive. But, yeah, we saved a bumblebee. I know, I'm silly, right? Okay, folks, that's it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Everybody have a great week, day, Sunday. Enjoy your day. If you're with family, enjoy family. And as always, be safe, be well, and be kind.